Hi, welcome to this video. I'm Bill Murphy from ModelTrainHelp.net, and today I'm going to show you a product that will help you build an amazingly realistic and well-detailed model train layout in whatever space you might have available and within your budget, no matter how limited or how large that budget might be. This product has helped a ton of people already, and there's no reason it can't help you. But to prove this product is real, I'm going to show you a sneak peek at what's inside. So I'm here on the cover page for Model Trains for Beginners, and I'll just scroll down into the table of contents here. We can take a look at what's in it. The first few items in here are just general housekeeping stuff, how to get the best from the book, table of contents, things like that. And then we move into understanding scale and gauge and deciding on which scale you should choose. Then essential tools and materials, which is something I don't see in a lot of these type of beginners books, is a list of specific tools and materials that you're going to need when you're building. This book has a nice checklist of exactly what you're going to need to put all your training equipment together. Then there's designing and planning a practical model train layout, choosing a locomotive, which again is something that's really important, and one of the things I like about this book is that they do give a lot of attention to that. Then we move on to building the bench, and there's some good diagrams and plans in here for building a nice solid bench or table for your train, and I'll scroll forward in a sec here and we'll just take a quick look at what's there. And then choosing and laying the track, what type of track you should choose and the most effective ways of putting it down. Couplers, wheels, and carriages, which again is something that a lot of books don't really touch on, but it can have a pretty major bearing on how effective and successful your train is. And then wiring your model train layout quickly and easily, and choosing a control system, whether it's analog or DCC. How to easily build realistic scenery and add life to your layout with detail. And then of course adding the tunnel that everybody wants to have as part of the train layout. Making realistic looking trees, building bridges. Something that is really frustrating for a lot of beginners is derailments, and there's a whole section in this book on how to eliminate those derailments. Essential maintenance for maximum enjoyment, some of the regular maintenance type tasks that you'll have to do on your model train once it's up and running. And then there's a few bonuses included with this as well. First of all is weathering made simple. So if you want to weather your train, your rolling stock, or the buildings on your layout, or scenery or anything, this has got a good introduction on how to actually do that. And then there's a bonus section on the 7 best ways to save money on your model train layout, which again is something that most beginners are going to be faced with, is wanting more than they can really justify spending. So this is 7 good ways that you can save money on it. And then the last bonus section here is a glossary, which has just a ton of all the terms and buzzwords that you'll see and may or may not know exactly what they mean. So when you're first getting started, this is a great way to find out what all the inside terms mean. And finally, there's a resources section which lists a whole bunch of books, magazines, other websites, and things that have a lot of good information about model railroading. So I'll just scroll down a little bit here. Let me see if I can just click through. No. So I will scroll down to the building a train table. You see there's lots of good diagrams here with some layouts and different things along the way. It shows you here how to choose your locomotive, some of the things that you want to consider when you're picking it. Here's the section on building a bench. There's lots of good diagrams here with full measurements and everything for standard plywood, 4x8 plywood layouts. They go through quite a bit of detail here about how to build a really solid bench. Then you get into choosing and laying the track. It shows you what the different parts of the track are, the different types of connectors for the track when you're putting it together. Get into flexible track. There's quite a few different things here that they cover. Turnouts and different types of track pieces. Rules for laying track. They get into ascents and descents, so building ascents up into a second level or descents down from that level on a layout, whether it's a smaller layout or a larger one. Then we get into some information about road beds, the couplers, the wheels, and the carriages, which is important information when you're choosing your rolling stock. You want to make sure you get something that's not only durable and is going to last for a while, but is also realistic looking. So there's quite a bit of information about that as well. And then we get into the wiring and the power end of things, which is important, and it's something that a lot of beginners really don't know a whole lot about. So there's quite a bit of good information in here about how to choose your power supply, how to wire your track properly, things like that that are going to give you not just enough power for now, but also lots of power to expand your layout down the road. So I won't go through all the pages in here specifically, but the table of contents basically covers all the major things that are covered in the book. If you're just getting started with a model train, whether you're in the process of building a layout, you're just planning what you want to build, or even if you've already built your layout but you're still sort of at the early stages, this is an excellent book to get started. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone who's been at it for a while. It's relatively basic information, so if you're a little bit more of an intermediate or advanced model railroader, you might want to look at another video that I've got here on YouTube for a product called Model Train Help. But if you're interested in getting more information on this one, be sure to either click the link in the description or just go to the website that's showing at the bottom of the video, which is www.modeltrainhelp.net. I'm Bill Murphy, and I will talk to you soon.